Drillers on the ends and the walk with poles.
I'm just trying to get my team on, I'm just trying to get my team on, I'm just trying to get my team on, it's your sprint. Tired and I'm nice, we was in the slums gritting. Tired and I'm nice, we was in the streets sinning. Gotta watch my back while I'm at the front binning. I don't care about these hoes, I don't care about the negative it shows. Protect my energy, I know the praying on my soul. In the summer, flip the weather, make your blood turn cold.
Yesterday, it was online. It's like, yo, I'm eating. I said, are you breaking your fast? Yeah, I said, what are you eating? This is a jam sandwich.
A jam sandwich?
Can you use that every say then? Nah.
Man, like, Trizzy. Bro, I didn't even know. To be honest, I saw the result yesterday. No, I have mango. I have to have mango chase with Ray and Nephew, but that would be a fire. That would be.
Yeah, no.
I was thinking Ray and Nephew last night.
Come on. What was your approach on it? You couldn't even say, here you go. Like, for yours? Nah, I only want a rough cut.
Don't be fucking stupid. Yeah.
Look at match. This is 30th in 2 weeks.
Even down to, where's your monster drink gone? Man, let kappa. Nah, boy. Oi, we're loud and proud whenever we fucking play, boys. You know what I mean? We put it right today. End off, man. End off. 2 in 2 out. Oi, I'm not driving, lads, so however I get home, I'm your responsibility. 2 in 2 out, boys. 2 in 2 out. Wheels on the way down, boys. Last one, the boys will get a stretch on that. Back to crease. Lads, copy that one behind us. Tight then. Ready, yeah? How did you get, bro? Now drop to your elbows, boys.
Take your pants. Lads, listen. Team today, Burke in goal, Robbo in the centre, Martin's playing on the left, and Cad plays on the right of the three. Yeah? CDM, Dayon. Start there, yeah? Bolton. Daisy in the 10. On the right, Hickman. On the left, Callow. Up top, Danny and Bex.
What do you want me to do though? Yeah.
Lads, I'm being serious now, yeah? You see today, it's back in, lads, listen up to me. You see, we win this game today, it's back in our hands, we're done for chasing. It doesn't get any more fucking plain and simple than that. You either want to be fucking in control of it, boys, or we're going to be fucking chasing for the rest of the season. We've done enough hard work so far, boys, yeah? And the results, to be honest, the last couple of results haven't reflected the way we played. We put it right today. Yeah, everybody on it? Come on, boys.
Are we on it?
Get off the rest back to start.
Mr. Mind. Sheldon Cafu.
He gets fucking Yes, people, welcome back to Birmingham Elite FC TV. Now, this week, Seas was playing a return fixture against FC Ballerz. Now, after the boys taking their first defeat in 18 months last week to the same opposition, we try and put it right again this week. Now, as we get into it, there's a long ball over the top. Trey Bertie trying to get on the end of it, but their defender Ricks does just enough to try and clear it away. And as I say that, he scuffs his clearance into the path of Bex, but he's surrounded by Ballerz players, and Faniel clears it in the end. Now, as we go back up the other end into the feet of DK, Daisy's not giving him any time on the ball, but he still comes away with it. Ballerz got a bit too much time for my liking in that midfield. Got time to pass it around. The press needs to be quicker and a lot higher, to be fair, lads. And as Dan tries to work the angle, it's just shepherded out by Rob Evo, who's defending. Ball competed well there by the two lads in midfield. You got Sheldon Caffey, who just tries to help it on once again. Gets his foot on it, wins the tackle with Macaulay. But this is when I'm going to say the referee starts setting the standard for the game. Martins clearly wins the ball, but referee believes it's a foul. Early free kick to Ballerz. Now ball whipped in by Ballerz, but the elite boys get ahead on it first. Now, correct me people, where's the foul here? And you got Faniel standing over the ball, whips it just over the bar. Chrissy Burkett had it covered all day. And like I said, people, it wouldn't be Sunday League without a few feisty tackles thrown in. And they are just making sure the seconds are won as well. And as the boys try to work the line, bit of confusion with the Ballerz defenders. They manage to try and clear it. It goes off their own player and rolls out for a corner. You got the boy Daisy De Bruyne standing over it. Doesn't beat the first man, but Callow retrieves it on the edge of the 18-yard box. He works half a yard, gets a shot in, but there's no power behind it. Scooped up easily by the keeper. And as we go back up the other end, you got Ballerz with a throw-in deep in our half. They've got a Rory the Lap type of player. Throws one in, cleared by Robbo. You got Gaz, who's got time on the ball, tries to whip one back in, but goes over the bar. Goal kick to the elite boys. You got Dayan, who spreads it out to Hickers on that right-hand side, who's got time to get it down. Sizes up Faniel. You got Dayan that whips it in to the back post, but their defender gets a head on it. Goes out for another corner to the elite boys. Got Daisy De Bruyne on the corner once again. Whipped into the box. Good defending in all fairness by, I believe that was Dam. Back out to the elite boys on the edge of the box. Got Trey Bertie. Pressure on by their midfield player. The boys go home and we start again. Got Cad into the feet of Martins. We pass it into the feet of Ryan Moulton. Pressure on by Gaz. Ends up giving away a free kick. You got Ballerz trying to work up the line, but the elite boys have got their back line covered. Foot on by Robbo. Moulton helps it on again. And like I said with this referee, man, soft foul, another free kick to Ballerz. Free kick taken quickly by Ballerz. And I'm just going to mention one more time, people, the referee. Tell me what's wrong with this.
Get high. Tackle!
Are you? What's that?
You got Faniel standing over the ball again with that left peg. Headed in, but what a great save there by Chrissy Burkett. Inside the 6-yard box, point blank range, manages to get down and keep it and smother it. Well done, Burkett, lad. And as we resume action back down the other end, you got Sheldon Caffey with a nice little blind pass into the feet of Bex, who's got 4 men around him in all fairness with no support. They do clear it, but he doesn't get any further than 25 yards out. Sheldon Caffey into the feet of Dayan. Dayan tries to work a shot, but again, goes wide. Goal kick. Trey Bertie into Hickers, who works a nice angle on that right-hand side. Gets the ball out of his feet. Whips one in, but good defending there by Ricks. Now from that corner, Daisy De Bruyne. No words for that one, lad. Now as the lads try and work something from a throw-in, Ballerz defenders around it. He does go out for a corner eventually, but nothing comes to the corner, so we crack on. And a bit more of that doggy work from the boy there on the midfield. Talking about doggies, you got Moulton, who absolutely puts a shift in. Good tackle there, Moulton. Into the feet of Callow, the whiz kid on the left-hand side. Yeah, pass was intercepted by the midfield man. Into the feet of Maka. But once again, man, Dejan's giving him no time whatsoever on the ball. Comes away with it and ends up winning himself a free kick. Well done, Dejan.
Talk to him, then talk to me, yeah?
Now, Evo standing over the free kick. Into the chest of Birds, who spins on it. Hits it first time and it goes bottom of the onion bag. 1-0 to the Elite boys.
Yes! What, boy? Oi, switch it!
Now, with the possession we did have and the chance we created in the first half, we took a well-deserved 1-0 lead. But we can't rest on our laurels in all fairness, because we know Ballerz will try to get back into the game as soon as possible. And once again, the referee's having a field day. What foul you see there, people? At this point, I just gotta laugh it off. But dangerous free kick on the edge of the box to Ballerz. You got Gaz Turner standing over it. Whips one to the back post. I believe that's Dom, who gets the header back in, but Rob clears his lines. You got Bert, who's putting pressure on Maka. Plays into the feet of Callow, who swings one over the top. You got Bex putting the pressure on, and in all fairness, he just tried to drop the box. It should go out for a corner, but referee blows up for a goal kick. Yeah, one of them ones. Decent interception there by Sheldon Cafu, backed up by Dejan. Bertz plays it into the channel to the runner Bex. Now, I will say this is good defending by Ricks. They are battling, but referee blows it for a free kick again. Free kick onto the edge of the 18-yard box. It's helped on by their midfield man. Ends up going out for a corner. Now from that corner, we've got Hickman, who whips one in. Daisy helps it on, keeps it in play. Back into the feet of Callow. Now Callow's always going to try and work an extra angle. Whips the ball in. Decent header there by Robbo, but easily taken by their keeper. As Ballerz work it along their back line, then they play it up the left-hand side, but it's intercepted there by Cad. Guys are given no time in the midfield. You got Dejan, who retrieves it, tries to play the through ball to Bex. They're not on the same wavelength and ends up going out for a goal kick. Yeah, big up Sash and Keith for coming down to watch the game for a motive. We move. You got Trey Bertie putting more pressure on Dam. How's your touch, Berts? Decent enough. Hickers tries to help it onto Bex. First touch isn't quite there. Works himself into a harder angle. Into the feet of Trey Bertie once more. Trying to work an angle. Drops the shoulder. But once again, man, the Ballerz players are in and around him. Get the ball off him in the end. Sheldon Cafu. Got time to get his head up. Into the man Moulton, who picks up another free kick. Referee waves it on and says we got the advantage. Sakalo sees the runner Daisy De Bruyne at the back post. Edge of the box. Shot by Hickers. Deflected off the defender and goes out for a corner. Now from that corner, you got Callow, who in my opinion gets dragged here, and we should get a free kick on the edge of the box. Referee waves it off and says he's not having it. But by this point, we already know when we can't ask referee for nothing. Another corner whipped in by Hickers. Keeper gets a hand on it. Just out of camera shot. And I believe the referee blows it for another foul. Yeah, and as we're still talking about the ref, he holds the game up once again to book one of the Ballerz players. God knows what it was for. But as you can see, he's doing his school teacher thing, and yeah, we move. Now the free kick is eventually taken. Whipped into the edge of the 18-yard box. There is a clash of heads. Referee doesn't stop the play and wants to wave it on, but eventually he does stop it.
Lovely, that is.
And on that note, the boys going at 1-0 at half time.
Boys, that first half, I'll be honest, fucking bad. Fair to the midfield, yeah. Fucking playing football when we need to play football. Winning that independent battles that we need to do. Not getting involved in the bullshit and fucking on the side and everybody trying to get these little fouls and that. Just keep doing what you're doing, boys. The one thing I probably will say is though, chance to wait, trust yourselves. You know, not in a bad way, their centre half's a big geezer, but he's not going to get round that. Dom's a left back, we're playing centre half. Trust yourselves, man, shoot. Trust yourselves and shoot. Oi, boys, one quick, is anyone carrying? Honest, yeah?
Don't lie, you are.
If you are, Louis, just say it as it is, yeah?
Dayan, you okay?
You sure, yeah?
General, bro.
Yeah. Oi, if you start to feel like just be honest.
And as we get the second half underway, Ballerz go hunting straight away. Moulton tries to stick a foot in. Referee waves it on. Ballerz cross it in, but then he pulls it back for another free kick. Yeah, work that one out. Got the free kick whipped in once again. Ballerz header on it. I believe it was going out, but Cad, just to be safe, gets a foot on it and it goes out for a throw-in. Then you got 3-on-1 over Maka, trying not to let him get out of that cul-de-sac. But he does work an angle. Back into the feet of Faniel, who plays it into the feet of their big man. And once again, referee gives another foul. I don't even know what these are for now, people, honestly. I might sound like I'm hating, but I'm not. Free kick by Gaz Turner. Decent techers. And it's tipped over the bar by Mr. Safe Hands Chrissy Burkey. Short corner taken. And it's more that doggy work by Dan in the midfield. Decent lad. Throw in by Sheldon Cafu into Callow, who's battling on that left-hand side. Skips around Maka. Tries to get around Riggs, but in all fairness, he gets a foot on it and it goes out for another corner to the elite boys. Now from that corner, it's whipped in. Competed well by Ballerz. And Ballerz have brought Dan Alwell on at this point, who's got some decent hold-up play. They aren't doing just enough to hold him up. Faniel plays it down the wing, and Dan Alwell goes chasing a dead ball, but Rob Evo just sees it out for a goal kick. Decent little touch there by Moulton. Into Bex, who helps it onto Callow. And when we talk about fair officiating, ref, I'm sure you could have brought this back. But like I said, all we was complaining about during the game is consistency. Nothing against Ballerz. It was just the referee issues that we had a problem with. Now back down the other end, corner by Ballerz. Rick shots, point blank save there by Chrissy Burkey, and it's cleared off the line by Sheldon Cafu. Now Ballerz are starting to creep back into the game a little bit too much for my liking, giving a bit too much time on the ball. It breaks out to Bertie on the edge of the box, stings the keeper's hands, cleared by Faniel, doesn't go any further than Cad, who's got time to get his head up. He tries to whip one into the box. Now this is a cross come shot. Just looking at the keeper was on his toes to tip it over the bar. Now nothing come of that corner, and Ballerz go breaking down their right hand side. I believe that's Ricks on the ball into the feet of Maka, who in my opinion should have been lifted here by Callow. Should have definitely kicked the ball out for a throw-in, but they're still working it in that corner. Far too much time on the ball there, lads. Now, Ricks manages to get the ball through to Maka, who in my opinion goes down far too easy here. Referee buys it nonetheless. Penalty to Ballerz. Now you got the man Dan Alwell standing over the ball. Penalty saved by Chrissy Burkey, but the rebound is put in the back of the onion bag by Dan Alwell. 1-1. Now as Ballerz get themselves back into the game, the elite boys go hunting once more. Cad into the feet of Hickers, who plays one into Bertie's feet. Hickers has got time to get his head up. Days at the back post, but good defending there by Ballerz. Callow trying to work half a yard to get a shot away. He does manage it in the end. Now it does bobble to Hickers, who if he gets a better connection on it, goes and makes it 2-1 to the elite boys, but puts it well wide. Now free kick whipped deep into our box by Ballerz. It's bounced around the edge of the 18-yard box, flicked on by their big man in midfield. Maka gets out of his feet and Burkitt pulls out a great save, tips it around the post. And now a bit of a scuff corner on the edge of the 6-yard box. Riggs tries to get a shot away, but comes to nothing in the end. Goal kick to the elite boys. Now the ball's picked up on this right hand side by Tamor, who's sizing up their left back. 1 or 2 tricks. They do get a foot on it, and guess who blows his whistle again? And as we're on the subject, guess who's over on our side trying to explain his decisions to us, but by this point we're not interested. We'll just tell him to jog on. Got Moulton with 3 players around him and no options on. And in all fairness, Moulton does roll his ankle just after that little stint of play there. Danelwell whips one out to Maka on that right hand side. Sheldon Cafu does enough to get over there. Maka tries to size him up, gets his shot away, but it goes well wide in the end. Battling that midfield once again, helped on by Cad. Faniel plays into the feet of their big man. Cad does get a decent footing. Their big man slips on the ball after trying to lean into Cad. And guess who blows his whistle? Another free kick whipped in. Robbo gets his head on it and it goes out for a corner to Ballerz. Whipped in. Robbo gets a foot on it. Tries to follow his interception out. And referee blows up for a foul there on KP. Honestly, guys, it's just ridiculous at this point. Now Gaz steps up, whips one in, but he's just scooped up by Chrissy Burkitt. And it's more that doggy work in the midfield there by the boy Dejan, who had a decent game today in that midfield. Didn't give them an inch. Spreads it out to the right hand side to Cad. Gets out of his feet. Gets his head up. Plays on up the line. Bex is trying to compete. And him in a sense will have a little tussling match. Now there's decent footwork here by Callow to get away from their player. Heavy touch though, and their midfield man gets a foot on it. Cleared by Titch, they've brought on. Decent control there by Dan. Back heel into Maka, who gets his head up. Tries to whip one in the box, but Chrissy Burkitt's all over it. Scoops it up in the end. Flicked on by Daisy De Bruyne. Into Bex, and the referee actually gives us something. Got Rob Evo standing over the free kick. Can he put it in the top of the onion bag? Goes into the neighbour's garden. Now as Ballerz break down the other end on the right hand side, Dan gets it out of his feet, shoots, but puts it wide. Back up the other end, large shouts for a penalty here. Handball? Nah, referee ain't having it. Game carries on, and Ballerz will come away with it. Now Callow with another run on that right hand side. Gets the better of Maka, and the referee actually blows up and gives us a free kick. Now you got Zaman standing over the free kick. He doesn't beat the first man. Dejan gets caught out on the ball here, but in all fairness to Dejan, every single one of our players stops. Now you've got Maka, who's got Dan Elwell on that right hand side, all on his own, gets his head up, slaps it in the back of the onion bag, and Ballerz go and do the same thing they done last week, come from behind and silence the elite boys. Now it's a case of deja vu, because in the first game, the elite boys had more than enough chances to put the game to bed in the first half of the first game. No different to what we've done in the first half of the second game here, where we've had chances and the game should have been dead and buried. But fair play to Ballerz for sticking in the game, riding it out, and then going and getting the lead. Now we're literally into the last minute of the game. We are trying to force it. We're trying to work an angle. But by this point, Ballerz are just camped in their own half. They're just going to see the game out. Into the feet of Callow, who tries to work something up that left-hand side, but it does end up going out for a free kick in the end. And on that note, referee blows up. The Elite Boys take their second loss 2 weeks in a row. And fair play to Ballerz. Credit where it's due. You got the job done 2 weeks in a row. Picked up 6 points. Now back to the drawing board for the Elite Boys.
It's the one game I want to say. Boys, heads on. Sorry.
Like, serious though, whose call is he to leave one at the back? It's not just one as well, man.
Listen, we can pick the bones off all of you and start pointing fingers. Yeah, I say this from now. Collectively as a unit, we should have scored another goal. The referees killed us today. We're not going to start picking apart the team and saying this. We win as a team, we lose as a team, boys. I say this every fucking week. We're not going to do this individual shit. Hey, boys, don't walk up. We're still talking, man. Like I said, when we win, we're all fucking in it together. We're all buzzing, we're all happy. When we lose, we want to start doing this, picking up things. I say this every week, boys. It's a long fucking journey. Trust the process, yeah, and trust each other. Yeah, we're pissed off and yes, we're upset. So what? We take it on the chin, we go again. I told you there's 7 games left. You still think we can't win 7 games now when the other teams don't drop points? Heads up, man. Fucking fix up.
Season's not done, lads. Get it in, man. What are you saying?
Bro, I think it was a game of 2 halves, bro. You like battered us first half. Second half was evens. Just to the 90, innit?
You got the W, man. You got the W. Well played, man.
Good game,
All
lads,
the best
man.
for your season, alright? Alright, cool, man. Bless, man.
Good game, you know, but that's a hard one to take, man, because the ref killed us with that penalty.
Yes,
and even
definitely.
some of the, you know, some of the lads.
So you know what it was? Some of the little decisions, man. He's got to give us something. I thought he gave us very little today.
I know, mate.
You know,
you
but
can blame.
You know what it is. We gotta live it. We gotta live and learn, innit? We gotta learn from this, man. There's still 7 games to go. Anything can happen. This is football, man.
Now, respect people, myself, Big Fazza, on behalf of Birmingham Elite FC, log on, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bless up.